Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today we're continuing to look at Strixhaven. Leading today's deck is a commander I'm very excited for, Nita from Conciliator. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Nita from Conciliator is a 3-mana 2/3 legendary human advisor. Whenever we cast a spell we don't own, we put a +1/+1 counter on each creature we control. Additionally, we may pay 2 mana and sacrifice a creature. If we do, we exile an instant or sorcery spell from an opponent's graveyard. We may cast it this turn, and mana of any type can be used to cast that spell. If that spell will go to the graveyard after resolving, we exile it instead, and we can only activate this ability as a sorcery. So, we can sacrifice creatures to steal spells we want from our opponents, and doing so makes our creatures bigger. This sounds like a fun experiment, and I really enjoy what this commander's doing. Now, we could go ultra-wide with tokens and some aristocrat effects, but that seemed too easy. So I went in a slightly different direction. We've got big creatures and reanimation effects. Now, normally, when I experiment with a deck, I try to keep it budget. I did not do so today. Before you get all angry down in the comments, remember that Sharpies and old basics exist. You can proxy an expensive deck to test it out before spending any money. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, BCW. BCW has been making high-quality, cost-effective products for both collectors and retailers for over 40 years. If you want to store, display, or sort your cards, check them out. I've been using their inner sleeves for years now and have never had an issue. Be sure to click the link down below and use code DANON10 for a 10% discount on your order. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm streaming on Gaming with Danon as well as Twitch. Sometimes I'm building commander decks, other times I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV, but you're always welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. Starting off, we've got Command Tower and Exotic Orchard. Both budget lands that belong in basically any 2-color commander deck. For fetch lands, we're running Marsh Flats, Windswept Heath, Bloodstained Mire, Flooded Strand, and Polluted Delta. I know that people new to the game balk at spending that much money on lands, but anyone who's been playing for a few years will tell you the same. Buy the good lands, they're worth the money. For typed dual-colored lands, we're running Godless Shrine, Shadowy Backstreet, Turbulent Moor, Snowfield Sinkhole, Sunlit Marsh, Eclipsed Steppe, and Umbral Expanse. Next up for dual-colored lands, we're running Vault of Champions, Shattered Sanctum, Isolated Chapel, Tainted Field, Bleachbone Verge, Desolate Mire, Fetid Heath, Caves of Koilos, Bright Climb Pathway, Shine Shadow Snarl, and Orzhov Basilica. For utility lands, we're running Field of the Dead, Gyre Reach Sanitarium, and Bajuka Bog. Normally we want our opponents to have some spells in their graveyard, but every once in a while, we need to ensure they don't get too content. Finally, for basics, we're running 3 plains, 2 swamps, 3 snow-covered plains, and 2 snow-covered swamps. What's the reason for the split, you ask? Field of the Dead. We want to get to 7 differently named lands as quickly as possible, after all. Our mana ramp consists of Smothering Tithe, Black Market Connections, the Warring Triad, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Hierarchy, Orzhov Signet, Marble Diamond, Charcoal Diamond, the Soul Stone, Mind Stone, Thrawn Dynamo, Gilded Lotus, Wayfarer's Bauble, and Solemn Simulacrum. A good mix of treasure generators, mana rocks, and land ramp. Appropriate for our color identity. For card advantage, we've got Dark Deal, Siphon Mind, Demonic Tutor, Victimize, Liliana Dreadhorde General, Ao the Dawn Sky, Lyisa Forgotten Archangel, Bone Devourer, Phyrexian Arena, Twilight Prophet, Animate Dead, Reanimate, and Dread Return. Lots of ways to reanimate our creatures. Remember, if we ever need to draw a ton of cards, we can just steal one from our opponent's graveyard. Our interaction and spot removal package consists of Plague Crafter, Yosei the Morningstar, Generous Gift, Fracture, Disenchant, Destroy Evil, Swords to Plowshares, Feed the Swarm, and Path to Exile. Not a huge package, but if necessary, we can always take from our opponents. For board wipes, we've got Toxic Deluge and Austere Command. One is powerful and effective, the other's flexible. Just how we like it. The core of our deck consists of Sir Conrad the Grim, Altar of Dementia, Breach the Multiverse, Mind Crank, Mesmeric Orb, Altar of the Brood, Dread Summons, Incarnation Technique, Sewer Nemesis, Liliana of the Veil, Painful Quandary, Torment of Hailfire, Archon of Cruelty, Liliana Death's Majesty, Junji the Midnight Sky, Kokusho the Evening Star, and Shieldred Whispering One. Supporting our plan, we've also got Liliana's Caress, Megrim, Raider's Wake, Waste Not, and Elspeth Stormslayer. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 53 mana sources split between 38 lands and 15 pieces of ramp. A little high, but so is our curve, so it's fine. 14 pieces of card advantage. 9 pieces of interaction. 2 board wipes. 1 piece of graveyard hate in Bajuka Bog. No sudden I win cards, but that's not the point of a deck like this. A theft deck wins by playing our opponent's win conditions, but in the case of Nita, we can only steal from their graveyards. So we have to ensure their graveyards are full, which is why we have both mill and discard effects in our deck, as well as some support to ensure our opponents will hate us forever. I'm a huge fan of this commander and can't wait to see what she's capable of. Are you building Nita Forum Conciliator? What about a deck led by one of the other legendary creatures from Secrets of Strixhaven? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also want to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alix, Robert, Pi, Kazaris, Patrick, Boomy, Oscar, Justin, Golden Walker, Sleech, Mr. Salty, Daniel Zombie, Luke, Brian, Richard, Jeff, and Enenra. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.